Hey everybody, it's Sonjdradeluxe and I'm here to show you this Middle Eastern inspired eye makeup tutorial. First I'm going to start with saddle eyeshadow and my 224 brush, and I'm going to really focus on building that color up in the crease. You've probably seen me do this in other tutorials, but I'm going to go a little heavier this time and really bring out that really warm, deep crease color. I'm winging it out on the sides or on the ends just because I want it to be more of a cat eye, and I'm also going to darken just at the top of the bridge of my nose so it's extra sultry looking. Again, I'll build up the color right along my lower lash line, and I'll do the same thing where I slightly kind of wing it out on the edges, and I'm using the same 224 brush. This can take a little bit of time, just really packing on and building up that color, but you want it to be really rich and intense so you don't have to put so many darker colors. So this is a technique I used to do in high school. I haven't done it in a long time, but just swiping your eyeliner through a flame really lightly. I used a lighter. Only do like 2 or 3 swipes because you don't want to burn yourself. I don't want to hear that anyone's burned their eye, but just a few swipes and it'll actually make your eyeliner go on a lot more intense. This is the Feline eye khol from MAC, and once I've smudged it into my waterline nice and dark, I'm going to give it a little finger blend because I like to use my fingers and it's nice and easy. With the CHromagraphic liner in black from MAC Pro, I'm going to start to do my bottom wing, and I'm kind of freestyling this eye look, so that's why I'm going back and forth, but I'm just, oops, boo-boo, almost winging it downwards because it's going to give almost the illusion that my eyelashes on the bottom are really long. Same thing with the inner corner of the eye. I'm only going right underneath my tear duct, pointing downwards, and you might want to find like a point on your nose that you're imagining it's heading towards. That way you can kind of make it match. The skin under your eye can be a little bit more soft or a little bit more loose, so you want to do really light-handed strokes so it doesn't get smudgy and go everywhere. See, on this eye, I have a crease under my eye, so it's a little more difficult to get that perfect line, but just do light strokes and you should be fine. I'm going to work on just lightly dragging out that color, going from the smudgy part we did earlier and bringing it out. Again, with the CHromagraphic liner and the 210 brush from MAC, I'm going to elongate my tear ducts ever so lightly and just moving the product around before it sets. You want to use very little product so you can just drag it out to a point that almost disappears. And I'm going to fill in the inner part of my tear duct as well, top and bottom. Once you've got that nice and sharp, I'm just going to go along the line underneath and sharpen it a little bit just because I was using a bigger brush before. But I just want to crisp up the edges a little bit. Same thing on the opposite side, just kind of drag it down until it disappears. There's not really any ending point, and then sharpen it on the bottom. So for the eyeliner, I'm going to draw a line, you know, straight up almost towards my hairline, and then I'm going to work on filling that in. This product is so dry. I definitely left the lid off for a couple days and decided to use it anyway, so that's why it looks like it's pulling a little bit. I'm bad at putting lids back on, but anyways, it should go on a lot more smoother. So for this, I just say use whatever eyeliner works well for you. I'm using a gel because I wanted to smudge it for the bottom as well. But most gel liners work pretty well. I kind of like them a little bit more dry, but not this dry. Anyways, blah blah blah. So I'm just going to let it get gradually thicker towards the edges and then come to a nice point to where we did that line in the tear duct. And I'm doing the same kind of technique on the opposite eye. If you want a better instruction on eyeliner, I did a Nicki Minaj tutorial where I do a pretty crazy line like this, and it'll explain it a little bit better. But anyways, that's that. This is a carbon eyeshadow from MAC. I'm going in with my Zoeva 234 brush and a little bit of that black eyeshadow just to smudge out the liner and set the creams a little bit. I want it to stay crisp, and if there's any little gaps, it'll just fill it in a bit. So the same brush, I'm going to go in with Bitter Chocolate eyeshadow from Modos Cosmetics, and I'm going to cut out my crease, or I guess my eyelid. I just basically want to have really nice elongated lids, so I'm dragging it towards the center, towards the bridge of my nose, and I'm just going to blend that line slightly by pushing the product upwards. Doesn't have to be perfect, because after I'm going to blend it out with a little bit more of the saddle color and my 224 brush that we used in the beginning. And I want to make sure that line goes out really nice and far, because, you know, a little bit extra drama. So I'm using a concealer. This is 4.0 from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's not that much lighter than my skin tone, which is what I wanted. And I'm just kind of cleaning up the lines and sharpening my angles in a subtle way. Not that this is anything near subtle, but if you want your eyes to really stand out, this is a good one. I'm also going to clean up the line that we did on my crease with the same concealer, and I'm just kind of cutting out the shape. I want to use this as kind of like an adhesive too for the glitter that I'm going to be putting on these areas afterwards, but I'm just kind of separating the eyeshadow and the eyeliner so it's a really beautiful wing. And I'm going to set it with a little bit of, this is Studio Fix powder, but if you use, you know, an eyeshadow that's lighter, that'll work just fine too. But anytime you use a little bit of a cream on an eyelid right in that area. So I don't know what this is called because it's just a sample, but it's from MAC Pro. It's like one of the glitters. Anyways, it's kind of like a bronzy color, but I showed you the lid. And I'm just going to go on the inner and outer corners of my eyes, and I'm just adding a little bit of a twinkle. And this is Afterglow pigment from Makeup Geek Cosmetics, which I am really focusing on highlighting the inner corners of my eyes, just above the edge of the wing, and I'm going to put some just in the center so it gives a little bit of a cool effect and a play on light. I don't really want to go all the way across, or maybe I do, I don't know. Yep, I guess I decided to. Anyways, that's that. With my mascara, this is a really black mascara. This is the In Extreme Dimension 3D Black. I'm going to coat my lashes. I'll be using mink lashes. I don't want to put any more lashes, any more mascara on them. So these are the Velour lashes. I'm wearing two pairs. They are the Tdotohh and Carlilashes stacked together. I love them. I'm really into mink lashes lately. This is me putting on lots of mascara on the bottom, and that kind of completes the look. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial on some dramatic eyes with a Middle Eastern inspiration. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and follow, and stay pretty and love yourself, and I will see you guys again very soon.